Hello everyone and welcome back. Meatdept here. I'm so glad you could join me for another video today, guys. So the new Candy Cane permanent weapon has come out in the Candyland, guys, and today we're gonna find out, is this actually the second best weapon currently in the game, or do the spirit forged weapons actually beat it out? There's a lot of talk about if this is better or not, because the spirit weapons have some sort of hidden XP multiplier perhaps, and really just don't know what's better. So we do know that the the Omega Sword from the event Battle Pass over here is actually the best weapon in the game. Not only is it super fast speed, guys, 2.75 swings per second. That's a lot of swings per minute, guys. Well, we don't know if the new Candy Cane is the second best or not, guys. So let's go ahead and buy one of these up, take a look, do a quick review on it, and then we'll go head over to the temple, buy a Scythe of Prophecy, forge it into the forged spirit weapon, and we'll do a little bit of comparison to see, which one is actually better for, your secondary weapon. So let's go ahead and buy this. It's 20 million big ones. Let's just do it. It's like a big heart lollipop, dude. Wow, that is kind of crazy. So let's go ahead and check it out right here in the bags. Here it is. Okay, guys, so I came over to the temple and bought the Scythe of Prophecy because I want to do the comparison for you guys and show you exactly what's going on. So the Omega weapon is what we consider the top weapon in the game, guys, because it is just the strongest. It was purchased from the Easter Pass bottom track. If you bought that for 999 Bobucks, well, you unlock the permanent Omega sword, and it is absolutely fantastic. But man, this new Candy Cane, Candy Crush lollipop thing, not gonna lie, it's a little goofy. It's a lollipop, but I kind of actually like it. I love the aura on it, and I love that it's got the different colors just like the Omega does. It's actually kind of a cool weapon to mess around with for now, considering this whole event is just kind of weird in general with the candy. So let's jump right into the stats, guys. Let's get to the nitty gritty here. So let's just take a comparison. These are all at level 766, enchant level 0. No enchants on them. They're all the same exact level. Look at the experience of the Candy Cane. 26.84 thousand for me right now. And the Omega, the exact same raw experience output at 26.84. Now, that doesn't mean they're the same, guys, because pay attention here. The swing speed of the Omega is 2.75 swings per second. The Candy Cane is only 2.2. And a little bit of a less significant fact is the Omega has 7% more critical strike rate and a higher damage output. So that really kind of just helps if you're dueling people in the arena or in the world. But honestly, the way the game works, that's really not even that big of a deal. So we're not even going to talk about that. We're going to focus right on swing speed and experience. So you would think that, basically they're about the same strength or close to it, or because of the swing speeds that they're relatively, the same. But that's not the case, guys. The Omega is significantly better. 2.75 swings per second basically comes out to 165 swings a minute compared to the 132 that the Candy Cane will give you a minute. Now, keep in mind a small note for you, those of you that don't know. The weapon in your main hand is the one that controls the overall swing speed. So you always want to put the faster weapon in your main hand because that's going to give you the most swings. So it doesn't matter really if the offhand is really slow, because it's not even going to have any impact here. But in just basically comparison, weapon on weapon action, this is what we want to consider. The Omega is 25% more swings than the Candy Cane, which means it is 25% better, even if the raw experience is the exact same. Hope that makes sense. The Omega is 25% better than the Candy Cane, which means the Candy Cane is secondary. However, we now have the forged weapons, guys. So I got the Scythe of Prophecy, also at level 766, no enchants. What we're going to do now is go to the Spirits menu. We are going to select it, and we are going to forge the Scythe into the Shadow Sword of Dark. So let's put that on right now on the main hand. Not high enough level. What do you mean? I am high enough. Oh, how dare you. So let's just do another swing here and get everything up to, I guess, 25,000. So there we go. So now everything's 25.2 thousand, guys. It doesn't matter because, as you see, the Omega and Candy Cane are still the same experience output as each other. Now, look at the Sword of Dark. It's 755.97. It is way less than these. These are 881. This is 755. Now, the swing speed is 2.5, and apparently the Shadow Sword of Dark does have a little bit of a hidden experience modifier in it. Not only does it give you extra soul gems, but apparently it gives you a little bit of an experience boost as well. It's supposed to be around 30%, I'm guessing. So with 30% more experience output, this is actually going to be what, another 215 or something. This would basically make it 970k, which is actually probably one of the best weapons in the game. Now I don't know if that's actually the case at all, guys. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put on the level 0 training sword in the offhand, right? Because that's pretty much almost nothing. Then we're gonna put the Shadow Sword of Dark on. Okay, so now my levels per swing aren't really that far apart anymore. It's not going up like thousands and thousands. It's just going up a little bit. So if you see a swing here, it's 97.34k my levels. Goes up to 97.4k. So that's just a little bit of levels there. So this is gonna be a closer test now, guys. Let's go ahead and just use the Omega in the main hand, right? The Omega in the main and the training sword in the offhand. Let's see how much experience this gives. It gives 36.5. I don't know what that was. 36.5. Now let's put on the Shadow Sword of Dark. And let's see what this gives. It should be less than 36. And it is. It's 30.87. So that pretty much confirms that even if there is a hidden experience modifier in this, it's actually not enough to overtake the Omega at all. It's way less, actually. So now let's put the Candy Cane in the main hand and let's see what this gives. It is 27.72. Oh, the Candy Cane is 27.72. Look, 27.73 trillion. So I wasn't expecting that at all, guys. The Shadow Sword of Dark is actually more experience than the Candy Cane. The Candy Cane, even though it says it gives 3.42 million right now, it's actually not the same. Wow, that is actually crazy. So 3.42 million compared to the 2.93 million. The Shadow Sword of Dark is actually pumping out more. So these are actually very interesting finds. It's not what I expected right off the bat, because you've always expected from the events that the permanent ones are going to be number 1 and number 2, and anything else isn't going to be the case. But that's not it, man. They made it so the best Scythe of Prophecy forged up is actually the second best weapon in the game, which means for those of you that can't, you know, get the game pass or the battle pass thing to get the Omega, well, the best sword for you is going to be the Shadow Sword of Dark. And if you do want to have a permanent weapon in addition to that, the Candy Cane is close, but it's looking like the output is, I don't know, it's roughly, the Shadow Sword gives about 10% or so more experience is what it's looking like, guys. So yeah, I guess this is what you're going to be seeing people rock around if they're doing any sort of grind whatsoever. Main hand Omega if they have it, and offhand Shadow Sword of Dark while they're actually grinding levels, right? So this is probably the ideal setup right now, it looks like. But for, you know, for sake of ease, obviously you could put on the Candy Cane and you'll still be doing really good output and levels. You just won't be optimum or ideal. It's about 10% less than the Shadow Sword is what it looks like, you know, roughly just looking at the numbers. So yeah, very interesting find, guys. The Candy Cane is not the second best weapon in the game. It's actually the third best weapon in the game right now in terms of output. So that's it, guys. That's all I had for today. I hope you enjoyed it. The Candy Crush Cane thing here is actually pretty cool, and yeah, I hope this was helpful and helps answer a lot of questions out there. So again, thanks for sticking with me, guys, and remember, until next time, stay positive, keep swinging, and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.